Hello everyone, my name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video is going to be my June TBR video. I put air quotes around the word TBR because we use that term loosely in this house. Like, yes, we pick out books that we would like to read this month, but I don't always stick to it. Like, I just read what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I read them all, sometimes I don't, so yes, there's that. Anyway, I have about 8 or 9 books picked out to read in the month of June, and with June being Pride Month, I've picked out a lot of LGBTQIA plus books to read. I've got the rainbow on my eyes, I have the rainbow on my shirt. So let's just get to it. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to be definitely reading in the month of June is our Introverted Reader Book Club Pick of the Month. The Twitter gods have spoken, and we have chosen to read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alaric Sands. I don't fully know what this book is about. All I know is that it is contemporary. It's won a lot of awards. It's very popular around these parts, around booktube and stuff. And it's just about these two boys who strike up this bond, this friendship, and I'm assuming that it blossoms into something more. I'm not entirely sure, I think so. But yeah, I am super excited to read this because it's been on my shelf for a minute and I'm really excited. So I will be reading and reviewing this month, or not this month, next month. And if you want to join me in reading it, then feel free to do so. I would love that. Okay, the next book that I plan on reading in the month of June is another book that has been on my shelf for literally 2 years. And I have had the audacity to not read it yet. Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. Yeah, this has been on my shelf for like 2 years since it came out. And you know how much I love Simon verses. Like, I don't understand why I haven't read this yet, but I'm going to be reading it in June. This is basically about Simon, one of Simon's best friends called Leah, and she's just dealing with a lot of things in her life, her mental health and just her sexuality in general, you know, her coming out as bisexual and just dealing with that and a bunch of other stuff that's going on. That's really all I know. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this because this will be my second book that I'll have read by Becky Albertalli, because the only book by her that I've read is Simon, and I love that. So I'm really looking forward to reading Leah. Okay, the next lot of books that I have are all by the same author. And I have the audacity to have 3 of this author's lovely books and, you know, have not read any of them. And that author is Juno Dawson. Now I have this one, and this is called Pride: Stories, Poetry and Art on the Theme of Pride. And basically I think Juno put this together with a bunch of other LGBTQ authors, such as Caroline Bird, Simon James Green, Kay Staples, Cynthia So, David Levithan, Tanya Byrne, and other artists as well, like Steve Anthony, Frank Duffy, Cameron White, Leo Greenfield, Sophia Khan, and it's just a bunch of artwork and short stories and stuff, you know, all about Pride. So, and I figured what better time to read this than during Pride Month, so I'll be reading that. And the next one by Juno that I want to read is This Book is Gay, and it's really just giving you a lowdown on, you know, just all the different facets of the LGBTQ spectrum. It says, whether you fancy boys or girls or both, whether you feel like a boy or a girl on the inside, you're just you. With laugh out loud wit and wisdom, Juno Dawson smashes the myths and prejudice surrounding sexual orientation and gender identity and tells it how it really is. So, and it matches my face. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I mean, come on, the nonfiction, am I right? The last one by Juno Dawson that I really, really want to read is The Gender Games. The Problem with Men and Women from Someone Who Has Been Both. So I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think it's another book that has a lot of different thoughts and little stories from different like LGBTQ trailblazers and stuff. There's actually a story from Alaska Thunderfuck from RuPaul's Drag Race. And if you know me, that show is literally my favorite show of all time. So I'm really excited to read this and just to see what it is, because I've literally no idea what it's about. So I'm excited. So, I mean, come on, the non-fiction, am I right? Now, the next book that I plan on reading in the month of June is actually in historical fiction, and that is Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Again, this is another book that has been on my shelf for a minute. It's won an award. It's made its rounds around here on BookTube, and I haven't read it. But I know what it's about. What it's about is this guy right here. What's his name? Monty. And he's basically going on a tour all around Europe and just, you know, causing mischief and doing what he likes because he's young and he just wants to have fun and do his own thing. And he's gone, I think, with his sister and his friend Percy, who he is in love with, because Monty, is bisexual. So yeah, a lot of bisexual rep this month in all the books that I'm reading, so we'll love that. So anyway, I'm really excited to read this because a lot of people around here have read it and they've said it's really good, so I'm looking forward to that. The next book that I want to read in the month of June is My Brother's Name is Jessica by John Boyne. John Boyne is also the author of The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which I have not read. But this one is basically about it's from the perspective of this young boy called what's the boy's name? Sam. And he has this older brother called Jason, and who he just idolizes, and you know, he just wants to be just like his older brother when he grows up. But then Jason comes out as transgender. You know, she basically says, I don't think I'm your brother anymore, I am actually your sister. And it's really just Sam and the rest of the family coming to terms with that and learning to deal with it and stuff. It's really short. I don't exactly know how it's gonna go down. But I think I actually read the first 25 pages of this and I got really into it, but then I had to put it down, and you know, 2 years later, here we are. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this in the month of June. I think it'll be really, really insightful. I mean, it's really short. I don't know how that's going to impact the story, but okay. The next book that I plan on reading in the month of June is The Trials of Apollo Book 4. This is The Tyrant's Tomb. As you guys know, I have been making my way through this series in preparation for reading this one, and I saw on Rick Riordan's Instagram yesterday that the 5th book in the series is going to be coming out in September. So I'm in good time. So I still have to read the 3rd one, but I'm going to be reading this one in the month of June. The 3rd one actually might end up carrying on into the month of June because I haven't started it yet. Whoops. But anyway, yes, and this counts as LGBTQ rep as well, because this month I only wanted to read LGBTQ books, but then I remembered this one and I was like, oh, this doesn't really fit the bill. But then I was like, wait, Apollo identifies as bisexual and there's lots of other representation in here too, so it counts. So anyway, yeah, those are all the books that I plan on reading in the month of June. What books are you planning on reading in the month of June? I hope you're having a really, really, really good month, and then let's hope that next month is just as good, you know, when it comes to like reading and stuff. So what books are you going to be reading for Pride Month? Are you going to be doing anything for Pride Month? I mean, I doubt it, but as long as we're all being safe, that's all that matters. Anyway, down below, my Twitter, my Instagram, feel free to follow me on there. The subscribe button is right there, and be sure to ring the bell for when I upload my next video, which fingers crossed will be soon. I hope you all are staying safe and are doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!